Welcome back again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Aaron McKenna of Ireland scores a 10th round stoppage victory over Jeovanny Estela of the United States. McKenna, 25 years old, Estela, 23. Both came in undefeated. This was a quarter-final in the Japanese Prizefighter that Matchroom are running in conjunction with a Japanese promotional company. And McKenna will now go on to face Kieron Conway in the semi-final. Now, this was complete one-way traffic, to be honest with you. McKenna, always a step ahead, always a punch ahead, boxing on the front foot, firing avalanches of punches in every round. But you've got to give it to the young American lad, Estela. He's got, guts by the bucket. He soaked it up, got stopped with only a minute left in the fight. It was a 10th round stoppage for McKenna. I felt kind of sorry for Estela, actually. I kind of wanted him to go the distance, but make no mistake about it, this fight could have been stopped a few rounds previously. I mean, McKenna, the first round, McKenna, who looked much taller than Estela, and to be honest with you, I think Estela was listed at 6'1", same as McKenna, but McKenna for some reason just looked taller and looked more imposing. I thought that apart from the first round, I think you can certainly make a case for McKenna winning every round, but in the first round, at least at the end of it, Estela landed a big right hand. He'd been looking to sort of counter with the right hand, and he was losing the round. I mean, McKenna was throwing far more punches and landing quite a lot. At this point of this early point of the fight, we hadn't got to the point where McKenna was landing, anything and everything. That was surely to come, definitely to come. But Estela managed to, right at the end of the round, to time McKenna coming in and clocked him, and McKenna sort of froze. He didn't look shaken, he didn't wobble, but he just kind of froze momentarily, and it was kind of what I suppose you'd call a little warning sign, a little alarm bell going off. Be careful. Well, he was careful, because from the second round onwards, it was, literally every 20-second period of every round was won by McKenna. Estela, game as hell, coming back, trying to throw punches. And in fact, he did land enough punches to cause discoloration under McKenna's left eye, and also a slight nick over the right eye. That was later on in the fight. So he was having some success, but it was paling compared to McKenna's work, which was, brutal at times, to the body and the head. I don't think there was a single punch that McKenna neglected. There wasn't any particular part of Estela's body that McKenna neglected either, because he was banging to both sides of the rib cage, landing flush punches to the head. One of the middle rounds, maybe the fifth round, he landed a triple left hook, which you very, very rarely see thrown, never mind landed. And Estela, there wasn't enough head movement. Even when he had a high guard and he was on the ropes, and McKenna was almost smothering his own work by getting in too close, even then, McKenna was landing enough head punches around the corners. There just wasn't enough. The defence wasn't tight enough from Estela, and he just wasn't moving his head enough. It's quite simple. He was just a sucker for the head punches from both hands. Defence is something he'll have to go away and work on if he wants to make progress. Although he is only 23, so he's got plenty of time to keep learning. But this was a baptism by fire. McKenna had I think quite an illustrious amateur career. He lost about 9 fights out of 150 or something like that. I can't remember the exact figures, but it really showed. Just so well schooled, well balanced, totally on the front foot, putting the pressure on from the word go. Estela looking to catch and counter, looking to maybe land a few check hooks. It just wasn't working out for him. He just wasn't really able to do anything with McKenna. It's not that he was firing don't hurt me punches. He wasn't just throwing token punches. They weren't arm punches. He was trying to look for little openings, but there just weren't any. And McKenna's work rate was so the output was so great that he wasn't really giving Estela a chance to punch between his own punches. So it's after about 5 rounds, 6 rounds, it became a case of, what can Estela do? Is he just hanging on? Can he survive the full distance? He almost did. With a minute to go, it got stopped. But yeah, only one winner in this fight, I'm afraid, and it wasn't Jeovanny Estela. But he can come again. As for McKenna at 25, if he can win this tournament, and like I say, he's got Kieron Conway in the semi-final, another good fighter. But if he can win this tournament, this is a very good springboard to, the world level. And the commentator, I think it was, who was it now? Who was the commentator? Darren Barker said, he's got the style that would look good on one of those excellent Turkey Riyadh cards, and I tend to agree, because he throws so many punches and he is quite exciting to watch. Put him in there with someone who's got the power and the nous and the skills to fire back and to land, and you got yourself a very, very good fight. Unfortunately for Jeovanny Estela, that wasn't him, but he's got to go away and just work on his flaws. But what did you think? Did you see this? It's on DAZN if you want to have a look. There was a card with all 4 quarterfinals on. Go and have a look at it. Yeah, pretty good stuff. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and also subscribe if you're new to the channel, and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. I appreciate your time always. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think if you've got any, and I'll answer them. And meanwhile, bye for now.